Come tap in with the white guy, best in the city. You ain't tapping in with the white guy, your shit getting fucked up.
All right, bro. Shit, tell everybody who you are.
Name NBF Slimbo, born and raised Jacksonville, Florida. Just the artist. You know what I mean?
Tell them kind of music you make and stuff.
I would say my music, it's done changed a lot over the years, but I would give it like a trap soul, you know what I'm saying? Like definitely got a message to it, a good mix between poetry, spoken word.
Yeah, I could tell. There's a song you posted a few months ago, and I listened to it and kind of had like that poetry.
Yeah. Was it BOK climbing?
I think, yeah. I think it was.
Says music is my passion. I'm really passionate about it. Yep. The streets like a bitch, and I'm all inside it.
Yeah.
I know what I'm saying. I can curse on it. I can curse.
Yeah.
Okay.
Say what you want to say.
Just making sure.
Yeah. Say what you want to say.
Yeah.
But I could tell it's like that poetry in there. You know what I mean? It ain't just you just saying whatever. You know what I mean?
It took me a minute to get to that point.
Yeah.
Because like if you listen to my music before I went to prison in 2019, it was a little more. I was talking just the regular stuff, shoot 'em, drug dealing, because that was my reality at the time. So when I came home in 2021, it was like I kind of had to it took me a minute to find my voice again.
So you was locked up for 2 years?
2 years, yeah.
Prison or jail?
Prison and jail.
I
went to jail, then they sent me out to prison. Okay. And I didn't end up doing that much time. I did probably like 9 months on good behavior. Okay. Then I ended up going to work release, so it worked out for the best.
That's good. And that was here?
Yep. That was in Duval County, yep. Making the wrong decisions, man. I just got caught up.
Yeah.
I got caught up, but
a lot of people do.
But it was the best. It was really, I'm gonna be 100 with you. It was the best thing that could happen to me.
Getting locked up.
Yeah, it saved my life.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Speak on that, bro. Like how you feel like it saved your life?
I mean, like at the time I was 22, and like I said, prior to this, I had already did juvenile detention time. Nothing major, a year in juvenile detention, been getting in trouble. So I was 22, I'm out here, I'm selling, you know what I'm saying? But I'm also on the drugs too, and I'm wilding like.
Oh, so you was using?
Yeah, I was using. You know what I'm saying? I ain't going. Yeah, I was on M. You know what I mean? Smoking. Mine wasn't focused. So when I got locked up, it gave me that time to really get my priorities in check.
Yeah.
I was sober. My son was born while I was in prison. So
okay.
That's another reality check. Like 2020, I'm locked up during Corona.
Oh yeah, y'all can't do nothing.
I missed everything. Like all that, everybody coming up with the little PP. I came home, I had to get out the mud.
That's got to be like one of the worst times to be locked up. Like
it was horrible.
Corona, your baby was born.
I'm saying
get out. You can't even do nothing.
First time seeing my son is through a picture on JPay. I'm like, it hit me. I'm like, dang.
Yeah.
And I'm locked up around drugs. Like, don't get it wrong. I ain't never been no junkie. I've always made my money, but I'm locked up around drugs. But me being sober and going through that hard time and being on quarantine while I'm locked up, like I'm locked in all day, we not being able to go outside, it really was like, I was able to really like read, focus, get in shape. But like I said, if you go, anybody that know me back in 2019 before, man, I'm still skinny. I'm a slim dude. I done put on more weight. I done got healthy, but it took me going through something to get where I'm at.
So okay, let me ask you this, because this the big statement out there is like prison doesn't, what's the word, not rejuvenate, but reform you, right? So do you believe prison saved your life, but it didn't?
For me,
prison itself, like the being locked up, how you're treated, didn't be like, I gotta straighten up. It was the being away from and the missing.
It was that mainly, but it was also that too. Like I was locked up in the Panhandle.
Oh, okay.
I was at Santa Rosa, and anybody that done been through the prison system, they know Santa Rosa like a psych ward.
Okay.
So when I'm there, COs done put their hands on me. I'm seeing people twack out on Tunchi. So me seeing all that definitely tied into it. Cause for me, it's like some of the people that's in I'm gonna be 100. A lot of them niggas be having fun.
Yeah.
Like they like it, like, and I can't speak from, but just from me looking, it was like they're having fun. Cause ain't no responsibility in there. Like I got a family, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, like I said, my son born. We good. My son born, and then all that going on, and I'm just seeing what's going on. I'm like, yeah, this not for me.
Yeah.
This not for me. That one time, and then I was really blessed, man, because my charges, my bond was 50,000. I bonded out, and then I ended up having to turn myself back in because I missed court. My first offer was 5 years. I ended up getting 2 by the grace of God.
Yeah.
And my original charge was sell of cocaine and trafficking of methamphetamine.
Oh yeah, that meth, yeah.
Then they offered me 5 years, and this is my first time. Like mentioned, I'm my slate clean.
Yeah. You never.
I ain't had no lawyer. Like when I bonded out for that 1 month, I literally bonded out. This when I released my first mixtape. Was 423 degrees. I was out. I released that mixtape, turned myself back in, and fought my whole case. Just public defender. Like a lot of people, like my homeboy, like they talking me, I'm like, bro, I hit the law library. I ain't finna even count to me.
Yeah.
And I worked my PD. I ended up because I knew that the pills was synthetic. And then when I had got arrested by ATF, they knew that too.
So what's the difference with the charge with them being synthetic? Like what's the difference in the charge?
They not like real, like they was G's, but they wasn't real.
Okay.
They was synthetic. Like basically they gave you the effect of being up.
Okay.
But really they wasn't like nothing like that. There was no ecstasy.
Now would it have been how much more crazier would the charge have been if they was real?
I mean, it would have been what it was, but I knew with them being synthetic, and when the feds gave my case to the state, they tried to enhance the charges.
Okay.
And I already knew what was going on, but at the same time, I'm not trying to take this to trial because I'm already knowing if I take this to trial, they're gonna wham me for even playing with them.
Yeah.
So when they had came back at me and was like 2 years, I was like, look, if you'll drop the trafficking back to the original charge, boom, I'll sign right now because 2 years, that's nothing. I could do that, but I don't want a trafficking on my record because, of course, like, who wants a trafficking on their record?
Yeah. That looks bad. Like,
like
even on getting a regular job, like trafficking.
Yeah.
Like, so you was out here moving shit. Like,
I was really hustling, but whenever they had weighed up the pills, it was like 40 pills, and it came up to over 14 grams. So they just put trafficking on my shit. Like I wasn't no big dog, but you know. That's what they want. Cause when the feds, ATF had got me, bro, these people, this is over on 103rd, you know, with a Walmart on 103rd, right across in the forest. So you know them apartments, like
why would you even be in there, bro?
I stayed out there. I had a whole apartment.
That's dope head central right there. That's where the one post
I posted my dog El Wicho.
Yeah.
That was in them apartments. I ain't gonna count. Free my dog Zoe. Man, I shot my first music video, Bonnet Out. But like you said, it's dope head central.
Everybody know that.
But it's not nothing. If you're not within them, them right there, like ain't nobody getting it. Like I got busted. They was over at the Walmart across the street, and they wanted me to come across from the Walmart. And to this day, I had a feeling, but I wanted that money, and it's just like everything led up to it. But I say happy for a reason.
So was it? It was undercover.
Yeah, it was undercover. I was arrested by ATF. It was an undercover operation.
Oh, ATF got you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And gave my cake to the state. I didn't want to work with them. When they had me, they told me, Skirl, like, you don't even got to go to jail. I said, but y'all might as well take me to Duval.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't work with them. So that's when they ended up giving my case to the state. And the state, Duval County, actually ended up enhancing my charges when I bonded out.
Do you think if ATF would have kept it, it would have been a lesser charge? Because you weren't like...
If ATF would have kept it, but they didn't want it because it wasn't big enough.
That's what I mean.
They wanted guns, and they
probably wanted you to tell on someone too.
Yeah, that's not happening. Though.
Yeah, but you know that's what they wanted. Like, who can he bring us?
That's really what they.
Like, who you getting your shit from?
That's exactly what they wanted. And when they wouldn't give them that, they just took. They gave me. JSO officer pulled up.
Like fucking bring him to county.
Yeah, JSO officer pulled up. Like I swear, ATL handed me out to the JSO officer, handed out charges, and that was it.
Damn, bro. That's that hurt right there.
It's that hurt, but bro, I swear, like I say, the way I was moving at the time, and like you say, we was in these apartments.
Yeah.
Me and my dog Zoe Silk out there getting money, getting it plentifully.
Oh, I know.
Cause like between that Walmart right across the street, that whole little strip over there, but everything happened the way it needed to happen. It ain't no telling it's no telling where I'd be if that didn't happen.
Yeah. I mean,
I was wilding, like I was on some other stuff. Anybody that tell you that thing, you know how people is on that. They think they thinking logically,
like,
but they not thinking logically. Like
the crazy shit is right with the M. I remember when that shit was just a party drug.
Yeah.
Right. And then somewhere along the way, that shit became like, you doped out for real.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because people used to, pop it like, even back in the day, motherfuckers was popping it because they were like, it's pure ecstasy.
Yeah.
Pure MDMA. Like, somewhere down the road, bro, they started cutting that shit with shit and they started throwing that fentanyl in there.
And that's the thing. Like, you got rappers like, when Future came out with that Molly Percocet, that was around that time. So like, I remember popping Molly, then I pop a Percocet just to get me to calm down. You know what I mean?
And
it was the music at the time. I ain't gonna cut. Like, I ain't finna. Music influenced me. I love music.
Yeah.
Now that I know what I know about music, I'm cautious with it. Like, even when I make certain music, that's why I shifted away from the lane of music that I was making into what I'm making now, because I know the power of the tongue. And I know, like, man, a lot of these rappers be talking themselves into situations. They be like, damn.
They definitely do.
They be like, damn, buddy, like, this is a powerful tool in front of you. Like, this is so powerful that even when you not here, people can, like, 100 years from now, even when I'm not here, my daughters, my great grandkids, all them can play my music.
Yeah.
And be like, oh, that's my grand. You know what I'm saying?
But see, you got kids now too, so it's like, you don't want to put out there like certain stuff, like, because you know what I'm saying, you got your kids, your son, like, especially your boy, like, well, be better than me. Don't be doing this shit.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? And so like, and then they'll hear your music when they get older, and they might be like, damn, Daddy, you was on that. And you be like, yeah, I was wild.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But you don't got to do that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's it's big that you learn from being locked up, bro.
Yeah.
I know so many people that locked up, get out back in like 7-8 months, a year later.
Yeah, it's not fun.
And it's like, bro, you ain't even fucking learn.
I've been home 2 years now. That was, like I said,
and you got out clean, like no probation or nothing?
No probation or nothing. I made sure that when the PD was taking everything to the state, I made sure he knew that if I could go back in time anyway, like, I would have definitely not. I would have got my charges non-adjudicated. So I didn't know about that at the time. So
What's that?
Basically, what it is, like, to my knowledge, it's like basically your record is like, I can't really say all the way, but non-adjudication means like they can't really hold it against you or something like that. So you can still have gun rights. You can still do certain things like.
So it's basically like time served. You're free and
you get
clear.
you get your rights back.
Okay.
Yeah, like right now I've been home 3 years almost. That's the big thing I've been working on, trying to get my rights back.
Yeah, and they said that shit's a process.
It's a process, but I'm willing to go through it because personally I got 2 daughters. You know what I mean? And I got a son, and man, I ain't just finna let no one just step in my zone and get off like that. No, so it's a process, but like because I got nonviolent charges. If I'm not, I gotta wait like 5 to 7 years, no run-ins. Then after that, you can pay a lawyer and they'll get all that right. They'll do all the paperwork. But that's the next step.
Now, you said your first mixtape. What was it called?
423 Degrees.
What was the meaning behind that? The 423.
423. RP to my Jonah Marcel Golden. That's my dog Buzz. He passed away April 23rd, 2016. And you know what I'm saying? So that's just the day, we all just, that was a day a lot of things changed for a lot of people because, a lot of people love Jonah and a lot of people had,
Yeah.
So I just put that, when I came out with that mixtape, just in homage to him, you know what I mean? Like, it's 423 degrees, like, you still, like, your spirit still live on.
That's dope though, guys, that deep meaning behind it, like, and then you got it across your throat.
And also, too, I was inspired by Juvenile.
Oh,
like,
yeah,
like, you know what I'm saying? Hot Boys and all that. Yeah. So I was like, okay, 423 degrees. Like,
I got the degrees part of it. I was like, yeah, that's definitely cash money.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, so I just like let me throw that in for my dog, and then boom. If you listen to it, it's definitely like I said, I've elevated a lot. But a lot of people still like the music though. Like even like back then, it was like it's hard. But when I came home, I was like, I ain't like it.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't even want to like. People would play it around me. I'm just like, yeah, it sound cool. I'm elevating.
Yeah.
Like I said in Heaven Hell, like they said they want that old Slimbo. I ain't going back.
Yeah.
Like I ain't.
Is it is it out anywhere? Like, is that on like Spotify or iTunes?
Yeah, it's out on it's out on SoundCloud. You can get it definitely on SoundCloud at Nothing But Family Entertainment. Definitely definitely on YouTube. You put in NBF Slimbo, all that old music gonna come up. I ain't take none of it down.
Okay, good. Yeah. And I think it's good to keep it up though.
Yeah, my homeboy, honestly, like my homeboy Hater Six, he was actually like, hey man, you think we should take it out? I was like, nah. Because when everything really blow, I want people to go back. Like I want them to see. I'm not running from my past. I want you to see it. Like,
but then they can also hear
people gonna look at me like, well, you look different. Like, I look different back then. Like I say, I'm about 150. I sunk in, they'll see it, but it ain't no junkie. It's just I was clean, but they'll see that like you look unhealthy. You look like you sleep deprived.
Like you was running.
Like you going all day nonstop.
That's dope. That's dope. Do you have how many like mixtapes do you have out right now?
Just 423 degrees.
That's
like since I've been home, like it took me about a year to because once I came home, I ain't gonna cap to you. I lost my voice.
Okay.
Because like I said, I was making all that music, I was under influence, and it just took me a minute to like relearn my voice.
Okay, yeah.
Like relearn everything. So yeah, that's really what it was. Like ever since then, I've been just dropping like EPs and singles.
Yeah.
Really until something pop off, like build up a movement, like a support movement, bigger fan base, and then I'll probably drop albums. Like I got a budget, a label probably behind me or something like that. Okay. So where I don't want to just drop a whole collective project. I'd rather drop, like, I'm gonna be honest, like I'd rather drop singles and EPs, give it to them a little bit of time, see what they fucking with, and then something blow up. I got 100K followers or whatnot of people that support my music, then drop an album so it can, you know what I'm saying, really touch the masses.
That seems to be the way like a lot of people are going though, like not even doing a project, just
it's the smartest way because
single then a visual.
As an artist, like it's not easy because I'm gonna be honest, like you got a family to support, and with everything being up right now, studio time costs a lot. Like I just recently taught myself how to record myself.
Yeah.
So that scratched out a whole thing. So now when I go to the studio, all I got to do is pay to get my songs mixed and mastered. I bring the engineer to my flash drive, he plug it in, he chop up everything.
That's good though, cause an
artist is expensive, especially a rap artist. Like we gotta. A lot of rap artists, unless you on some J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar, you got to keep up with the Joneses, and that's another reason I strayed away from that trap. Like, don't get it wrong, I know where I came from. I still love trap music, but rap music is, you see what's going on with Young Thug, you see what's going on with a lot of artists. It's in Jacksonville, like you got to be careful of what you're saying. Like a lot of artists is getting locked up, a lot of artists is dying, and it's really over materialistic stuff. It's about jury, about an image, about he said this about me, man. Staying focused.
Yeah, that shit on it. Man, at the end of the day, that shit don't matter. Like
it's entertainment though, so I definitely peep where it's at.
But it's like I've never understood words getting people killed. You know what I mean? Like even whenever I was younger and hot-headed and bullshitting, and I don't care. Like fuck you.
Yeah.
All right. Like now what? You know what I'm saying? Like, what do you want me to do? You want me to pop up at you so then you can shoot me?
See, this new generation.
You know what I'm saying? Right? That's what I'm saying. Like
you get your ass beat. Back in the day, when Pop said on Friday, Grandma, he said, fight to live another day. These days, you get your ass whooped. You gonna have to see it. When you go to school, these kids, they got the video. It's online. Like so it's really
it's embarrassment. It's ego.
It's fucked up. Like it's fucked up. But back then, I ain't gonna cap. Back then you could fight and really live. Like fight another day. Now it's like niggas ain't trying to take that pride is something. And I thank God that I let a lot of pride go. I let a lot of that ego go.
Yeah.
But you can't tell a nigga that's 16. Like back then, I'm gonna be honest, when I was 16, you couldn't tell me that.
Yeah, but you was fighting though.
Yeah.
You may still off on somebody.
I done lost some, done won some.
Exactly. You know what I mean? now they'll
But then
shoot
the cameras,
you. Like,
when I was in high school, the cameras was like, the quality was great. But man, you
see, when I was in high school, we ain't have cameras.
yeah, so you get.
I'm 37. So when I was in high school, bro, I ain't think about it. I went to high school in 2000.
Yeah.
Well, we had a Kia Seraphone and that little brick Nokia.
Yeah, so all y'all
that
had,
shit ain't have
all
a camera.
people could do is talk, like, yeah, what happened?
You know what I'm saying? Like you would have to hear it, and then you may be lucky if somebody had like a regular camera and they were recorded, but wasn't nobody doing that back then. Nobody was even thinking about recording shit, bro. Now, like you said, it's that ego, that's pride.
See, bro, people, it saddens me, bro. People see somebody doing the wrongest thing and pull out their phone and record it instead of just like dead in the situation. But that's just the times we living in. You know what I mean?
I'll never understand it, yo. Like,
I don't understand it.
I look at it like this, right?
It flabbergasts me. Like, that shit flabbergasts me.
Like these young boys out here, like you got it. I tell them all the time, like, you got it, bro. Like, you a pussy. All right, I'll be a pussy. You got it.
Because you know who you are.
Yeah. Like, but also, like, I know if I come back at you, I know you're gonna take it somewhere, and then I'm having to defend myself.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, bro, I'm really not trying to end nobody's life or have my life ended over no fucking word. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because I run a business. I got 6 kids I take care of.
Yeah.
I still got to make sure they mom straight.
And that's what's the case for me. Like, my father, he wasn't in my life. You know what I mean? He wasn't in my life. So that's what led to me. And then, you know, my mama, she's single mother. She worked hard, you know, but she like thugs. This is young, you know, she like what she like. You know, thankfully she grew out of that. But just growing up, I was fascinated by it and just being from it, you know what I mean? And then my pops, he not there. It's just boom, boom, boom. Like I said, my first time going to juvenile detention was at 15. My mom's called my pops and was like, he said, that's your problem. Told my mom that. God damn. Man, pops cut throat. And I love him, but that's man, look, but I told my pops straight up, I was like, I appreciate you because you taught me how to be a father. He took it as a compliment, but really, you showed me what not to do. Really, that's what I was saying, and I didn't even go in detail with it. Like, I just let him be like, I just let him think. I'm like, yeah, like,
it's probably like, thank you, son.
Yeah,
I appreciate that.
Yeah, he felt good about it, but I'm like, little do you know, but I'm like, whatever, like, cause I don't got no hate in my heart, man. And I feel like what I went through only made me who I am. Cause be honest, like, it's no telling. You got people out here that got moms and dads, and they still be out here wilding out. Right. So, he was like, Slim, I'm surprised, and I was just like, wow. He was like, growing up, you was just always smart. They really like, I've always been a chess player in life. Like, I don't care, bro. If I'm not comfortable, bro, I'm getting the fuck around. I don't care. Like I used to, I don't care if I be pussy. I don't care if I'm not comfortable in the situation and my gut telling me like, hey, like something not right. I'm a skedaddle. Like this is, I'm a skedaddle, bro. Because at the end of the day, if I leave, I'm not finna get set up, go to prison. I get killed because a nigga got something going on. And then who gonna take care of my kids? Like, let me ask you this. Like, okay, because I'm 26. You say you how old?
37.
37, right? So do you feel like we gotta basically grow with the times?
Yeah.
Because I see a lot of old people, they'll be like, that's older, they'll be like, oh, that's that. I'm like, bro, I feel like as I get older, I'm gonna be peeping with, because I love the young generation. I ain't gonna count, that's what I do, but I don't want to misguide them.
No, so here's the thing, bro. So since I'm older, but I also I think because it's the profession I'm in, right?
Yeah.
I deal with young people every day that I stay kind of young at mine and young in my heart. So, like, I don't feel like I'm 37, bro. Yeah. And people would tell me, they're like, I thought you was like 32 at the most. Like, people don't think I'm 37. Yeah. And
I could have definitely went for 30.
See, but I don't act young, right? It's just the way I carry myself and stuff like that. But I look at it like, I watch what these young boys are doing. And a lot of them look at me, they call me they call me big bro. Like, I got one, that's my dog, bro. Like, he'll write me and be like, you good, big bro? Just checking on me. Like, I ain't heard from you, just check on me. And then he'll come up here and I even get a tattoo. just chill,
chop it up,
and he'll get some advice on some shit. And like, I'm not the wisest person. I don't know it all, but I've been through a lot of shit, and I've been around a lot of people.
Yeah.
Where I could tell you, this is my recommendation. This is what happened when I was in that situation. My homie was in that situation, and if the younger kids would just at least acknowledge like the older, right?
Yeah. Learn.
It'll save you a lot of shit.
Like, you can learn good. Like I don't look down on nobody. Like a homeless person, I can see them going through this situation. I won't laugh or nothing because I can learn from that situation.
But you also know that could be you.
I'm humble because I know it could.
See, and that's why I don't, bro. When it comes down to the reality of it, like, if I look at it like this, if somebody's less fortunate and you can't help it, I want to help you, right? Like, I want to. Why are you like this? What happened? And is there anything I can do to help, right? So, but if you're one of these people that you made the choice, you can help it, and you're not. I ain't got nothing for you, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying?
We definitely can all change our situation. Though.
Yeah,
like anybody.
Well, you know, some people like the mentally fucked up ones, right? Like you'll be like, you'll see them out here, and you'll be like, God damn, bro, like what happened in your life?
Yeah,
and that's what sort of, not to get off topic, that's one reason I started the podcast.
Yeah,
I want to know what happened in people's life to get them where they're at, right? Because I like to learn shit. Like in school, bro, like history was my favorite subject. Like fucked everything else, bro. I even failed history. Like,
yeah, I couldn't stand history.
But it's I like learning it, but I want to learn what I want to learn about.
Yeah.
Right. So if I can learn about you, that's why I ask you some of the questions I asked. If I can learn. That's why I was asking you about the prison shit when you said
like, they had already had a first offer. It was like 5 years. I'm like, damn, they already. They already ready to just send me off.
But it's a negotiation. It's a negotiation.
It really is.
Like they start with 5.
Because the PD, like, if you got a lawyer, that is great. At the time, I did not have no lawyer.
I bet if you had a good lawyer.
If I had a good lawyer, I could have got some county time and got off with that. And I knew that.
Because, like, looking at it, it's like, what, 14 grams?
Yeah. And then it was like an ounce of white, you know what I'm saying? Not a quarter ounce of white. Nothing too crazy, you know what I'm saying?
And then he probably could have got it as it was personal.
And then at the time, I had my merchant seaman. All this stuff, I had my merchant seaman license on. So I had stuff going on. I didn't graduate it. Like I said, when I was talking to PD, I'm making them feel my pain. I'm like, look, I have been working too, so I'm hustling and working. Like, it's not like I'm just all the way out here. Like, the state gonna try to paint it like you a menace to society every time. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, I got a good support system. You know what I'm saying? My mom Dukes, like, she was getting letters together, sending all like my merchant seaman to let them know, like, you know, he just made a mistake. Because at the time, I'm gonna be 100. The merchant seaman thing just wasn't working out. Then I go to prison, and the merchant seaman thing, the market for that just expanded because of COVID. So it was like everything happened for a reason.
But it all. I tell people, bro, like, what you do will put you in a position, right?
Yeah.
You may not like that position, but it's where you need to be, right? So, like, everything's brought you to right here. You know what I mean? And, like, I don't know, it might not even be for you. It might be for someone that might hear a clip or just watch it and get something out of it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And be like, damn, dog, did prison time, selling dope.
Yeah.
He got out. He's good.
Yeah, because a lot of people,
your babies.
A lot of people glorify it, but it's not. Like I say, it could be a curse and a blessing. Like I say, it could be a curse and blessing. Some people don't make it.
Yeah.
Some people get killed in that system. Some people lose their mind. Like, it ain't. But like I said, I got in. I got healthy. I could hit my books. I worked out. You know what I'm saying? And I let that situation build me up.
Yeah.
Like that's why I say my father might not have been in my life, but prison helped me to become a man. Like, that's what it taught me how to read people. Like, I see bullshit from a mile away.
Yeah.
I see when, he just want this, and I can peep that. I'm already seeing it. I peep that a lot of people be on drugs to escape pain. You know what I'm saying? Like,
they don't want that reality. That's all it is.
Yeah.
Like, and I can't be like that, bro. Like, I'm not a drug user. Like, I smoke, but even that, I'll smoke like at night or in the evening, just to like calm myself down. But it's like, I've seen it, bro. Like my dad went in there. Him and my mom smoked when I was like 4 or 5.
Yeah.
I've seen him twice since then. Last time I seen my dad, bro, I was 13.
How did that go?
I'm 37, bro.
So it didn't go good if it's been like that. I just wasn't.
So like my dad was like a hate-filled person.
Yeah.
Like my dad, my dad was a racist. Yeah. Like my dad did not like anybody that's not white.
Obviously that's not you.
You know what I'm saying?
You didn't get that bloodline from him.
Exactly. So, and the thing is, bro, I recently found out a couple years ago my dad was in the KKK in South Carolina. Yeah, like, and I never really knew. I knew my dad was like racist, but I didn't know to the extent. You know what I'm saying? Because he's from backwoods South Carolina, bro. Him and my mom both. My grandma was prejudiced against black people.
Yeah.
But hers was more, I'm not better than black people. Hers was, both her parents were Italian immigrants. Like, they came over like 1898, bro. We found the records. And my grandma grew up in Philly. During the fucking I think 1930s.
Yeah.
Where black people and Italians didn't get along.
But see, so you know what that
she was more prejudiced against black people. Yeah. She would talk to them, be nice to them.
Yeah.
But she was just like, but she was also like that against men. Because she was sexually abused and raped when she was younger. So my grandma didn't like men either. So I always knew my dad was like a bad guy, but then I found out stuff about him. Like he had killed, like my dad was a murderer.
Yeah.
I never knew that.
You found all this out like recently?
My mom just told me this probably in the last 2 years.
Tight, John.
You know what I'm saying? So my dad's older than my mom. I think he's like 5 years older than my mom. He met my mom when my mom was like 14 or 15.
Yeah.
He's fucking 19 or 20. And this is in the 80s. Yeah. Right? Where she's like, okay, like she didn't fucking know.
Tight, John.
Been around him. And by the grace of God, whoever, bro, that didn't infect my mom. So my mom, she was like around my dad doing all this crazy shit, bro. My dad was on fucking crack, coke, alcoholic, weed, like everything, bro. Hard, like my mom used to be on drugs, like really bad too in the 80s. She kicked that shit real quick. I didn't know she had left my dad while he was in prison for attempted murder. Him and my uncle went and beat a guy half to death because the guy raped my uncle's daughter. So my dad and uncle went and beat dog, like he pretty much, he would have died, but he didn't die. My mom finally left my dad when he was in prison for that. I think I was like 5. My dad wound up kidnapping me years later.
He beat a child rape?
Yeah, so it was a child rape.
He should have beat the fuck out of them.
But that's why he beat it. He only did, I think.
Type John. So yeah, they was like, all right.
Because you gotta think, I was like 5. The next time I seen him, I was like 7. Yeah. So
but she seen where it was going. Like she seen the violent. Like
she
seen like
it wasn't even that. That wasn't even why. That just gave her a reason to get out because he was in prison.
Yeah.
So it's like she didn't leave him because of that.
Yeah.
Like that shit. Anybody can understand that. It was he used to beat on her.
Yeah.
Bro, I was born here. 2 weeks later, we moved to Virginia.
Yeah.
Then we moved to New York. Then we moved out of Virginia. Like, I never had a home till my mom and my stepdad when I was probably like 8 or 9. I never had a home, bro. We used to live in a hotel my grandma managed. Yeah. And my mom cleaned it. We lived in one of the fucking hotel rooms. Like, I grew up in a trailer.
Yeah.
Like, I never had a home, bro. So when my dad did all the shit he did, my mom finally left him.
Yeah.
I seen that man twice in my life. And the last time I seen him, I was 13. Because you asked me how that went. We went to South Carolina. My stepdad drove me up there. Like, my stepdad is one of the best men I ever met in my life, bro. Like, he had his 2 own kids and then took in me and my sister, right? Raised us like his own. He drove us to fucking South Carolina because my dad is a fucking piece of shit and couldn't come down here to 2.5 hours and pick us up. We drove back to South Carolina. We stayed for I think 2 weeks in the summer. He he hated that I had black friends. I had long hair. He shaved my head, and he lived in a trailer.
Turned you to his skin. He tried to turn you to his skin.
Exactly. Yeah, but in the way my mom taught me, bro. My mom is like, she loves everybody, bro. Like I've never met a woman like her that like everybody's accepted. So it just didn't feel right. Yeah. Like, and this is where I tell people that is it like how you're raised or what's put in you?
Yeah.
My dad is a racist, hate-filled murderer.
Yeah.
My mom is like one of the sweetest ladies I ever met.
They say the first 7 years of a person's life is like basically what builds them as a person.
And you gotta think, so the first 5 years, it was unstable. Yeah. But I had my mom, like, because I'm 4 years older than my sister. So for the longest, it was me and my mom.
Yeah.
While my dad's in and out and shit like that, right? But like he shaved my head, bro. And we went to the corner store. And this is back in the day. This 2000, 99, 2000.
Yeah.
He took me to corner store. He's like, go in there and get me some beers. I'm fucking 13, 14. So I'm like, all right. Like, I don't know what the fuck to do. And so I walk in there and I'm like, yeah, my dad wants some fucking Budweiser. They're like, all right, it's right over there. Go grab it. And they let me grab it. Like a fucking 12-pack, just walk out with it. You know, gave them the money, walked out with it.
Some real backwoods type shit.
Oh, yeah, bro. And I was like, it didn't feel right. Like something in my mind was like, this shit ain't right.
Yeah.
And I'm 13, bro. And like I was real sheltered as a kid because of that. Like my mom was like, no.
So what, your stepdad dropped you off over there?
Dropped him and my mom drove me and my sister to South Carolina. My sister was 9 or 10 at the time.
Yeah.
I was like 13, 14. Drove us up there, dropped us off for the summer.
Yeah.
But we stayed like 2 weeks and came back. Like my dad, bro, he's a piece of shit. Like I found out I had like 2 sisters and a brother up there that I never knew about.
Hi, John.
Bro, me and my brother. So my brother's name is Benjamin Michael.
Yeah.
My name is Michael Lee. Like we're both named after my dad.
Yeah.
Like, and my sister's name is Michelle, and another one named Renee.
Yeah.
Like from what I understand, his daughters don't even talk to him. On his side, like he's one of the worst. Like
if your kids can't change you as a person, like it's just you a lost cause.
And that's what he is. Like bro, he was a dock worker, like working at the ports his whole life.
Yeah.
Fucking dope head, killer, fucking abuser, rapist. Like when people be like, and this is what didn't get me. He was like, yeah, black people, they're no good. They do this.
Yeah.
And when I'm hearing it, I'm like, well, that don't make no sense because all the black people I know back home, the black women, right? Because I have my black friends and their moms. Bro, their moms love me. Like their moms, come on, baby, you hungry?
Feed you.
Feed me, bro. Like, I remember I plaited my hair up one time when I was like 12. I was at my homeboy's house. I had long hair, bro.
Yeah.
And he had his hair like that. You know, I'm like 12. I don't fucking know. And I'm like, I want my hair like that.
Got your hair like that.
And she did it, bro. She didn't say nothing bad to me, didn't make fun of me. You know who made fun of me? The white people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so since then, he's saying all this shit about black people and they don't work, they don't do this. I'm looking at what he does and I'm like, that's you.
Yeah.
You talking about is them? It's you, motherfucker. Like, you do all this shit you're saying they do.
Yeah.
You're doing it. Every black person I met when I was a kid, bro, was nice as fuck to me. My homeboy JJ.
So you ain't never meet no black people like that was like,
no,
as a white guy?
When I was younger, right? So
that's crazy. You blessed up then.
Cause what it is, I grew up in
I'm mixed, bro. I done had like,
but see, you're mixed. So.
I done had like both sides, like but this is my dilemma. Like I done had black people come at me for it, but I done had white people come at me, but then like it's like a 50-50. That's why I'm so neutral.
But see, it's different because you're mixed. So black people say you're not black enough. White people are gonna call you black.
Yeah.
Because you got that part of black in you, right? So I'm white. So the thing with me is when I grew up in
that's why I say you would think some black people would be like come at you, because bro, it'd be like I done heard, man, there's some black people out here that believe a white man with a black girl, like they can't stand.
So here's the thing, as I've got older, that happened.
Yeah.
When I was younger, so we moved back here when my mom and my stepdad, we moved back here.
Yeah.
And we moved in with his mom. This is how sweet of a fucking lady my mom is, bro. My stepdad's mom was on like dialysis. She was dying. My mom didn't know this fucking lady at all. My stepdad was like, he's getting out of the Navy. He met my mom in the hotel we were living at that she was cleaning. He was like, well, I'm going back to Jacksonville. My mom was like, all right, well, I'm coming with you. Like, there's nothing here in Virginia for me. Came back here, took care of my fucking stepdad's mom until the day she fucking died, bro. Didn't know this fucking lady to save at all. She couldn't pick her out. Be like, guess which one's my mom? My mom didn't fucking know. Took care of her, Grandma Libby, took care of her till the day she fucking died, bro.
Man, shout out to Mama Mike.
That's like,
my mama moved from the north side of Jackson. We moved out to Clay. So last I went to Ridgeview. Okay, but it was like multicultural. You know what I'm saying? And I mentioned all my family in Jacksonville. So every weekend, I'm still back out in Jackson. At this time, my dad, he was driving trucks, but I'd still be on the north side hanging out with family and whatnot. So it just taught me, and then I get back, and like you say, that I see different stuff like, dang, it's different out here. And well, my mama stayed, like, she don't stay in no big house, stay in a middle class house.
Your mom's white?
My mom's white.
You're white, okay.
She Italian. Well, she said my granddad is white. I ain't never met him, though, so.
Yeah, but people look at your mom, they're like, white lady.
Yeah.
Dad, black guy.
Dad, black, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like, I thank God for it because he just taught me a lot. Like, a lot of people, they grow up in the hood for the rest of their life, and a lot of people don't make it out. Then you got people in the suburbs, they won't even go to the Walmart on 103rd.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's how my baby mom is. I'm not going to that fucking Walmart. I'm going all the way down to Clay.
Like, they go keep going. Like, but it's just, I thank God because, like, I understand. Like, I didn't stay in the struggle and I didn't stay in a good home with my mom. You know what I'm saying? And like, I don't look down on anyone. I look at people by their character. Like, where I got some homeboys that, like you say, stay in Oakleaf or whatnot, stay in Fleming. And they solid, you know what I'm saying? I really look at it as humbleness because humbleness will take you a long way no matter what situation you come from.
See, and to get back to, I think that's why I'm the way I am.
Yeah.
I've lived in a trailer, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I've not had a house.
I'm a BG. I stayed in one right there with my auntie in St. Mary, Georgia.
We lived in the fucking hotel, and the only reason we got to live there because my grandma managed it, bro.
Yeah.
Without that, we would have been homeless, right? So I haven't had a home. And then when we met my stepdad and his grandma, we lived there. That was my home. We only lived there for a few years. Then they lost the house. And then I lived in an apartment. You know what I'm saying?
Like,
and
no
I never had structure. So for me growing up now, I look at it like that's why I don't fuck with a lot of white people, bro.
Yeah.
Because they've never done nothing for the only white people I've known was an abuser, beater, murderer, drug addict, prejudice, don't like this.
White people gave you PTSD.
Exactly. Black people was like, shit, you want your hair like that?
Yeah.
Fuck it, let's do it, baby. Like, you're not cultural appropriating. You see my son with that and you like his hair, let's do it. My best friend since 2nd grade, black. I used to go to his house every Sunday. I used to stay at a house every weekend, bro. And we go to church. His dad was a preacher.
Yeah.
At an A&B church in fucking Stark, Florida. Drive down there an hour and a half, whatever it is. I went to an A&B church when I'm like fucking 9, bro.
You said an A&B what
church, African Methodist Episcopal.
African Methodist, I didn't even know that.
An A&B church, you know that's an all black church.
African Methodist.
I'm a fucking 9-year-old white kid, like the only white face that's ever seen inside these churches. You know what I'm saying? And I never felt out of place. Like for me, and somebody asked me this question like a month ago, bro. They're like, why do you, and they said that with like kind of like a sarcasm. They're like, why do you like black? And it was a black person that said, he's like, why do you like black people so much? Are you like infatuated? And I'm like, nah, like black people always cared for me, fed me, bro. Like literally, like you need a place to sleep, come on. You want this done, come on. My homeboy JJ, his daddy was the first time I ever heard Trick Daddy, back in '99, bro. He played the Trick Daddy and Trina song. Like, it did, bro. And I'm like, I had a white friend and his brother. We were cool. Like, we were real cool because a lot of black people fucked with him too. And then once I figured out, like, black girls started liking me then, I'm like, holy shit. Like,
it was all in.
They like me? And white girls didn't really like me because of who I hung out with and how I was and shit. So I was like, all right, well.
Yeah, trust me.
You know what I mean? So it's in my experience, black people always been nicer. Now, as I've got older, I've got the colonizer and I don't care what you calling me because at the end of the day, bro,
who you are. So how would you feel if your son like the white woman? Because that could be a possibility.
I wouldn't like it.
Dang.
I wouldn't like it.
What if she was like a good girl?
No. Do not fuck with no white girl, bro.
You try.
It's going back to how I was growing up, bro. It was always the white kids that made fun of me.
Yeah.
Or tried to pick on me, or, oh, you're a wigger? Why do you want to be black?
Yeah.
I said, I didn't know how to explain it, but it's like, I used to tell them, like, I don't want to be black. See, I never got called cracker, bro, till I was 19, 20.
Yeah.
I got called wigger by white kids.
Yeah.
Oh, you're a wigger? And I was like, what is that? Like, I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a white person that wants to be black. And I was like, I don't want to be black.
Well, I'm going to tell you this, though. There's no such thing as when people fuck me up and they'll be like, oh, you're acting black or you're acting white. And there's no such thing. There's no such thing as acting the race. And these people, they program to the way if you're acting black, you're ignorant. Or if a person is proper and you actually pronunciate their words, oh, you're white. Nah, you are who you are. Your skin color don't define you.
See, and that, so I got a homegirl right now, bro. Like,
we gotta break out of that. Like, I can't stand when people be like, oh, you act black, you act white. Like I'm acting like me. I am who I am.
And I think that's what's got me through my life, bro, is just being myself.
Yeah.
Now I've had black people not fuck with me.
And that's why I said earlier when I was like, you was thugged out. It's not that, but when people look at you, they gonna see the jewelry, they gonna see the gold, they gonna see the tattoos, they gonna prejudge.
But even before I had my goals and had my jewelry and stuff like that, people fucked with me. Even if they didn't fuck with me, because I remember when I was in the army, bro, black people from the South fucked with me.
Yeah.
I met a couple black dudes from New York. They didn't fuck with me. For whatever reason.
That's crazy.
You know,
they would say up north, they more like,
they didn't fuck with me.
It's more multi.
Now, they never really got to know me like that, but Ryan homeboy, when I was in the army, he was from Orlando. Tampa. He was from Tampa. We didn't know each other, bro. But we instantly got cool.
Yeah.
Like, it's black people that are from here, that are from where I'm from, they can realize, like, oh, you cool. One of my best homegirls, bro, she from New Jersey. She from Orange, New Jersey.
Yeah.
I met her in the army. It's my homeboy's wife now. She flat out told me, bro, she was like, you're the first nice white person I ever met.
Yeah.
And I was like, what you mean? She's like, the only white people that are around from, they're cops. She's like, back home, I wouldn't hang out with you. And I was like, for real, it's like that? And she was like, yeah, I'm dead ass serious. She's like my sister.
Yeah.
But it's just me being me, right?
Yeah.
I'm not trying to do this. I'm not trying to do that. I'm just me.
Yeah.
If you're genuinely yourself, 90% of people could tell that.
Man, I was working one time with this white dude, and he was trying to be cool, and he was like, you know what I'm saying, homie?
See?
Bro, I looked at him, I said, hey, we shouldn't shut that door right now. See? I said, like, I told him, I like, bro, don't play with me like that. I said, act like you don't feel like because you work with me, you got to talk to me a certain type of way to get an understanding. No, just be yourself. And we'll be straight. But I get what you're saying, because like you say, like, don't do that. See, you're really antagonizing me.
Exactly. Because they're not being themselves.
Exactly.
If you're a white dude and you want to be cool with black people, bro, be yourself.
Yeah.
If you ain't got that hatred,
people gonna respect you more when you're yourself.
Exactly.
Like,
and you may not be friends with them, but they'll be cool with you. They'll be like, what's up, bro? They'll dap you up and shit like that. But to me, being genuine to myself, and it took me a long time, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, I've always been myself, where it's like, why you doing this? Why you always around black? I had a dude one time, he asked me, he's like, bro, why do black girls fuck with you?
Yeah.
Because he wanted to date a black girl. And I'm like, I don't know. And he was like, what are you doing different? I was like, nothing, bro. Like, I don't
be yourself.
I don't know what to tell you, because I'm not trying. That's the key part.
Like, you gotta guide to how you pull black women.
Yeah, like I wrote a fucking manual I'm keeping under my bed. Like, oh, today's Thursday.
A lot of guys could take notes from that, because just be yourself, man.
And that's what, even to this day, bro. Like,
if a woman, I'm gonna be one. If a woman don't like me, bro, like, I don't give a fuck. Like, I'm gonna be me, like, cause oh, you light skin, I'm like, bro, I don't care what you think. Like, I'm gonna be me. Like, at the end of the day, because a lot of females try to do that, and a lot of guys get caught up in that, man. Look, because just be you. A female respect that all day. I just never been, cause I'm gonna be honest. My mom used to tell me this same thing. Don't bring no white women home, and it was never like that. I just felt like white girls just always just reminded me, like I don't know, like I just feel like with me, I just love black women just in general. Like it just, I get where you coming with. Don't get it wrong. I done dibbled and dabbled.
Yeah.
I done, but hey, it's just,
and I get it.
well, they probably gonna want to come show you something different.
Now you keep it. I don't need it.
I
don't want it.
Hey, keep it.
I
You heard them, man.
I don't want it.
You
Y'all
keep
can
it.
stay over that way. I like where I'm
a lot
at.
of females like challenges, man.
I don't want that challenge.
Yeah,
Y'all can keep that. This ain't no TikTok challenge. No. I ain't with it, bro.
Yeah.
It's not. I don't know. It don't feel right. That's the thing. Like,
yeah,
fuck what anybody else thinks. Well, all joking aside, it just don't feel right to me.
yeah.
Number one, I don't want you.
Yeah.
I don't want you teaching my son what pussy is either.
Yeah.
I don't want you telling him he's straight either.
Yeah.
Like, don't tell my son nothing about sexuality.
Yeah.
Gay or straight, because that's not your fucking job.
It's your job as a parent.
Exactly. Like, I need you to tell him
Teach
Christopher
him.
Columbus was a fucking murderer that came to this country because he turned the wrong fucking way and he got lost. Like, and then he just butchered people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I need to tell my son. Not, well, you could be gay or you could be straight. It's your choice to make. He's fucking 7. Don't tell my 7-year-old that shit, bro. Nothing about sex should be said to my kid without my consent.
I thought life, I ain't gonna cap, man. I thought life was a breeze before I had kids, cause like it's like now because all my kids babies. Like I got a 3-year-old, I got a 2. Well, my daughter's gonna be 2 on Saturday. Then I got an 8-month-old. You know what I mean? So it's just like I be like, man, like every day I'm learning. You know what I'm saying? So it's just crazy because, like I said, when it gets to that point, because like you said, your kids are how old? They in school. They going.
The oldest is my stepdaughter. She 18. She went to the Air Force.
Yeah.
And then she about to be 15.
Yeah.
She in 10th grade. My son, he in 7th grade. He's 13. Like,
it's like real parents is never like people be like, oh, like they get older, they gonna move. Like real parents, you never stop parenting, bro. Like your kid's gonna be 25 making decisions that's gonna affect.
That's who called me before we started. That was the oldest one that's in the Air Force.
Yeah, you was like, how you do?
Like she called me like, cause she going through some shit in boot camp.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. That's why I was like, I gotta answer it. So it's like, but yeah, bro, like that's why all this other bullshit don't matter to me.
Yeah,
I have my kids to worry about. You know what I'm saying? And I have a 10th grader now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's about that time.
I have that shit to worry about, make sure she's straight. Like, people ain't fucking with her and all this kind of shit, bro.
That's why I told you earlier, I'm so heavy on getting my gun rights back. Because, like, don't get it wrong. I'm not trying to, but I got daughters and I just gotta, I know they, man, look, they already so beautiful.
I'm gonna tell you something, bro. It ain't even my daughters that worry me. It's my sons.
Okay.
Because
elaborate that for me. Cause when my son, I be just chilling. Like I worry, but I'm
wait till he's older though, bro. This is what fucks me up because my 13-year-old, he used to get bullied because he's mixed, and I had to tell him like, punch that motherfucker in the face, bro. Like, so he started fighting back. We hit him in the stomach, and I'd be like, "Where'd you hit him at?" In the stomach. I was like, punch that motherfucker in the nose, bro. Hit him right there, make his eyes fucking water. And then if he comes at you, now his eyes water, he can't see. Whomp his ass. Like,
age, like when young man, like around the age between 11 to 13, those are pivotal years in a young man's life.
Then that's why I try to be there as much as I can for him because he lives with his mom. So, I get him a few times a month, which is another story. But to me, bro, my sons, like my daughters, I don't know. I don't worry about them, bro.
Yeah. Because in the military,
I left for the Army January 2011.
Yeah.
So my son was 6 months old when I left. I was gone. I seen him. I was gone for like 7 months. Seen him for 2 weeks. Gone for 6 months. Seen him for 2 weeks. So by the time when I got back, I think he was 4.5, almost 5.
Yeah.
And I missed 90% of his life. So I think that's why I'm like that with my other boys now.
Yeah.
And like I cherish a relationship with them so bad, and I get emotional when I talk about them because I miss so much of my older son's life when he was a baby, bro. Like I miss his first walks, his first words.
Yeah.
Bro, I didn't even know he was talking. She called me one day and he's like, Dad.
Yeah.
Bro, and I'm in like I think I was in fucking California at the time, like training, and she called me and I'm like,
did you when it first happened, like, cause I'm gonna be honest, I beat myself up about it still sometimes. Does that get easier or is it just?
It gets easier, but so I've been out in the Army since 2014. So he was July 2010, 12, 13, 14. He was 4 when I came back.
Yeah.
I've been out since 2014, 9 years, bro. Next month, 9 years I've been out in the Army. I still beat myself up about it. And like I've talked to like a therapist and shit, and like you can't do that. You're there for him now.
Bruh, I beat myself up about it, and like my girl, I feel like, cause it made me feel like a deadbeat.
Yeah.
And I don't like feeling like that. Like I done did so much, and I'm still trying. Like, I gotta take her to court just for me to, because she done blocked me.
I did the same thing.
This is a female. Like you said, I don't have sex with her. I don't. Whenever we talk, I always try to project it like, hey, look, we need to keep it about our son.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I was like, I never want to be like my dad, bro. And that was like my greatest fear. Yeah. Was being like my dad. And
man,
like,
you just hit home with it.
That shit,
That's
bro.
what the fear is, bro. Like with my son, I feel like I do not want to be like my dad.
But see, and here's the key, right? And this is me just saying it because I'm older. You know what not to do.
Yeah.
So fight for your kid, bro.
Yeah.
So your son's 3?
Yeah.
Bro, fight. Like, I don't give a fuck what it takes.
Because it's still, and that's what.
Go to the court and file indigent.
Okay.
The indigent is where you don't have to pay. You don't have the funds to pay. Right? So I think you just got to pay the filing, which is probably like $40, $50.
Yeah.
But you don't have to pay if you don't have the money, right? So you don't have to file. It's like you don't have to pay a certain amount of money.
Yeah.
You just got to pay to get it filed. You don't have to pay for the court dates, none of that stuff.
Yeah.
But file indigent if you have to. And this go for anybody. Like, file indigent.
Yeah,
get your fucking kid.
There's a lot of men like, going through this type of stuff, bro. And it's like sometimes when you don't know what to do, it's like, because this is what I had to learn. So just do it.
Did y'all do a paternity test?
I'm going to be honest. I did a paternity test myself. I went to Walgreens and got it.
Are you on child support?
Nope.
Okay, so once you file your paperwork, they're going to make y'all do a paternity test.
Yeah.
Or give up your right so that once you sign this, you're saying you're the father.
Yeah.
There is no coming back. Right?
Yeah.
Tell them you want a paternity test. Right?
Yeah.
I would say, and it's gonna sound crazy because the child support is a fucking scam to me. Put yourself on child support.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That was the next step.
That way you're acknowledging I'm taking care of my kid.
Yeah.
She can't say I'm not now, right? Or put it in an escrow account.
Yeah.
Just I would Google how to do that. I think you can do it through the city, but start an escrow account. Put like $200 a month in there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that when you do, if she puts you on child support, it'll already be in the escrow.
Sorry, John.
So you can just pay out of that. But go to that court, bro, file for a petition for a parenting plan. You know what I'm saying? And then what they'll start you off with is the standard shit in Florida, because Florida is the worst fucking place ever. They're going to give you like 2 weekends a month and then 1 day out the week. And she has to abide by it. If she doesn't, you can hold her in contempt of court. Take her back to court. Right?
Too many of those.
Too many of those. And then in Florida, it's a fucking joke, so that shit don't matter. But it's supposed to, too many of those, then she'll get fined. And she'll start getting fined. And then eventually they could rule in your direction. You know what I mean? But I would say do a parenting plan. I think it's called like time sharing.
Yeah.
Do that shit, bro. And do that paternity test. Because that right there, that'll get you in the door. Now, once you're in the door, you can start playing the system and be like, oh, she ain't let me get him.
Yeah.
So take her back to court. Do a contempt of court. File that paperwork yourself. Go down to the court. Spend 30 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Print it out offline or call the family court services. They'll tell you what to be like. I'm trying to file contempt of court for time sharing. She's not following it.
Yeah.
What form do I need? They'll tell you what form. You print it out, fill it out, get that bitch notarized, mail her a copy, bring yours to the courthouse. Once she gets her copy, they set a court date. If she don't show, she's in contempt. If she does show, that's when they ream her ass. And we're like, well, why aren't you following it? And there's gonna be some bullshit excuse. Oh, I have to work, or I don't have no ride, or the typical bullshit. But it's only gonna work in your favor. You know what I'm saying? But you have to be the proactive one in it. Don't leave it up to her. You know what I'm saying? Don't ever leave it up to the mom because that shit'll fuck you up.
Yeah.
You gotta go do it. Because that's what I did. I went down there and I filed. I got a stack of papers this fucking big.
I'm gonna have to. Because it's like I say, it's like she playing the gutter right now, man.
Yeah. Like you got to, bro. Because I tell people like this, bro, is your kid worth it? Do it. Fuck it. Because people always say, I'll do anything for my kid.
Until it's time to do anything for your kid.
Will you do anything for your kid? Because all you got to do go down is file paperwork.
Yeah.
And then, even if it don't work, you could show your kid. I've tried, son. Look at the years of paperwork I filed.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I got a conscience. Like, that John man.
And that's what it is. Like,
I got a conscience. Like you said, some people, they can just go on and be like, they've been rocking out, though. We've been rocking out by 2 hours. Hey, I ain't gonna count.
But we can chop. We can cut it. Shit, you got anything coming up like with your music? Like anything new coming out or about to hit it?
Man, August 26th, God Brothers project with my brother 86. Man, y'all get at me on Instagram at NBF _Slimbo. Man, look, Apple Music, SoundCloud, Spotify. I'm on all platforms, man. Appreciate everybody out there that support me. Appreciate my dog.
Appreciate you coming, bro.
The white guy, man, getting it in. No gray wash.
Follow him, NBF _SLIMBO. It's dope, bro. Y'all check him out. He coming up. I appreciate you coming, bro. Like chopping it up.
Love, brother. Definitely, bro. It was like, man, look, we chopped it up.